Coach Brad Laird, it's Sunday. Perfect weather outside and a perfect attitude inside. The Demons coming off an exciting homecoming win, a comeback win. Everybody, understandably, is focused on how the Demons erased an 18-point deficit with sophomore Caleb Fletcher leading the way. But there were some very big defensive plays along that way, along with the offense coming to life.
Yeah, what a weekend, I guess, would be the first thing. You know, what a day on Saturday. Beautiful weather, homecoming, a lot of festivities going on. Just a great atmosphere to play a college football game. And I guess the way our game ended was kind of icing on the cake, but very proud of our guys. You know, one thing we talked about before the game was deep water. You know, it kind of reminds you of deep water. And you know, if you're in shallow water, you can stand there, everything's easy. But when you're in deep water, you're battling, you're fighting, you're trying to stay up, and that's kind of what this ball game was and what we thought it would be. A lot of momentum changes. You know, we get the momentum early. Give Kenny Sears credit. Takes us down the first drive, score a touchdown. But after that, they outscored us 28-3 from the 3-minute or 7-minute mark of the first quarter to the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Down 28-10, we were able to get one on the board. But you know, talking about the defensive effort, you know, when it was 28-17, it's 4th and 1. They got the ball in the +20. Big defensive stop. Damian Thompson inside with some other guys make a big stop there. We end up scoring our last 2 possessions there, and then able to run out the clock to win 31-28. But our guys battled, very resilient. Great attitude, kept fighting. The leadership on the sideline was unbelievable. I think that's a big factor, and us be able to come back and win the football game was everybody helping each other out and staying focused.
Your team overcame a lot. Certainly not having their top 2 quarterbacks. You got a guy who really rose to the occasion in Caleb Fletcher. Talk about how he progressed.
You know, there were some things there in the first half that you know, he made good decisions. Just, you know, didn't make the throws there in the first half, but did a great job with his decision making. Not any moment in that game was too big for him, and he showed that there in the second half. Down 28-10 to be able to drive us back to win the football game. And I just thought he continued to get better. Every snap that he takes, he continues to get better. He was able to utilize his legs and get us some first downs. And then, you know, there at the end of the game, when the game's on the line, to put the ball in his hands the last couple times to be able to run out the clock. That's just the faith that we had in him, and how much we saw him grow within this football game.
You had some unsung heroes too, guys up front, guys on defense playing a lot more snaps than they might ordinarily.
Well, I probably won our most physical games up front. I tell you, those guys, when you add Chris Zirkle to the mix, been out since the end of the year last year, brings a little different mindset. And those other guys followed. Frank had a good game. Zach Perry, when Bernsey went down, Zach had to move. Or had to come in at tackle, and then you know, we got Brody Griffin came in and played the second half and a lot of significant snaps, and just proud of those guys and the way they fought and the way they battled for 4 quarters.
Your defense made plays, forced turnovers. Your offense, again, clean game.
It was. You know, I think we had 3 takeaways, 0 turnovers. You know, penalties. We had the penalties down. Really, no unselfish or really selfish penalties. We had some holding calls. They were effort penalties. You know, gotta let go. We had a Nate Nene when his helmet came off, kept playing. It's hard to say that's a selfish penalty. And then you look at third downs. I thought we were better in third downs. You know, offensively 9 of 20. You know, that's moving the change, and that's a lot of third downs, you know, within the football game. So, you know, that's very key, being able to sustain drives and getting turnovers and being able to protect the football.
Can you imagine a better way to win that football game?
No, and I told the team afterwards, you know, it's one thing to say, hey, you know, you won 54-0, but the way, and this started back Sunday. You know, that's the thing. A lot went on this week. You know, a lot went on this week within this football team that, you know, some people know, some people don't know. But it started Sunday when we got back from UCA that really had nothing to do with X's and O's. We just talked about, you know, our attitude and the direction that we were going, coaches and players, and And to go through this week with the situation at quarterback when you're down 2, and then you got your third guy starting, and then now it's your fourth guy. Our guys overcame injuries. Burnsy getting hurt the second play of the game. To keep fighting and to be able to come out with the victory, I tell you, we'll remember this one, and this one will continue to help build this program in the right direction.